This week on Flop Break,
Well, we can't travel about right now, so
we'll flop about.
This flop break brought to you by Flo's Circus. Co-founders Don Daria and Paul Miller have over 20 years of experience providing organizations with tools and trainings they need to promote well-being, strengthen teams, and practice strategies to thrive in the messiness of learning, growth, and change.
Hey, and welcome back to this week's Flop Break. We are going to explore a whole new trick, but it's just really a variation of a trick that we've already been working on.
now in the past flop breaks, we've been picking a trick from the deck. But this week we're going off deck. We're building on one of the tricks in the deck, and that is the moonwalk.
Moonwalk, yeah. So the moonwalk, as you recall, is you have it on the back of your hand, you flip it back low to the second position of your hand. That's your first position, that's your second position, and you slide it back. So you flip and slide, flip and slide. It never gets off your hand, it's always maintaining contact. And it's a great trick for just kind of doing and looking around and just being goofy. But this is called the flop about. The flop about. It's kind of like the walkabout, but it's a flop about. And what we do is we flop it not onto the back of the same hand, but it's a swap. We swap it onto the other hand. And so it's a low back flip onto the tips of the other hand. You slide your hand out from the bottom, go to the back of the flop ball, and flip it back the other way. So it goes from hand to hand. Now this is a real nice, groovy, flowy move. As you flip it back, you kind of go down, absorb that energy, slide your hand out, bring it to the top, slide, slide. And so you kind of slide your hand out, put it to the top of your hand as you're coming up, and flip it back. It's a real nice trick. I love this one. And it's also, your hands are nice and comfortable sort of at a 90-degree angle. So it's not like you're kind of out forward and trying to do something weird. It just sort of, it's nice and relaxed right in front of you. Ooh. Wait, I think I just invented something else. Went over.
Oh, look at that.
Ooh. What? You just saw it happen here for the first time. So
That's a flip around.
the flip around. All right. Whoa. Wait, how did I do that?
Look at that
Oh,
go.
geez. All right, we got a new trick, people.
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 Back to the flop around.
Flop about.
Flop about, sorry. Bouncing. I find bouncing helps me to kind of get a nice flow and rhythm. And then the slide out, getting the hand out of the way to make room for the first hand.
Whoa.
You're just trying to mess with that, aren't
Well,
you?
I mean, that's a new trick. We got something here. So the variation that we've just sort of discovered here is instead of doing a half flip, we do a full flip, and the hand that's sort of it's going over kind of,
Gives it a tap.
yeah, it kind of pushes forward. So you sort of, you're kind of continuing the momentum really with that, that flop.
Okay,
All right.
there we go.
Hey.
Well, we've just witnessed our floposophy for today, which is play with variables. And so what we were demonstrating initially with the first trick was Paul had discovered in terms of playing around with the moonwalk, he was playing with variables by switching hands and had discovered the flop about. And then just now, in demonstrating the flop about to you, he discovered this whole new trick, which we have yet to be named. Did we name it? Well, yet to be named.
We'll call it the flop journey.
The flop, no.
Journey.
No. Anyway, but this whole process of by playing around with variables, it opens up new tricks. And so in the past, we've talked about playing with variables in these flop breaks, and we focused on the experimentation and reflection as a way to improve performance by playing with variables as a process to reflect on, well, did that improve in performance? Did it make it better? Do I want to try something different next time as a process to improve performance? Right now, what we're focusing on is the play part of it. By playing with the process and having fun with the process, it opens up new possibilities. And so that's what you just witnessed. And that's what we want you to focus on moving forward as part of our Floposophy as well. Enjoying the process can open up new possibilities.
Yeah, and it's so, I was just going to say, it's so important to enjoy the process and really, like you said, emphasize the play. A lot of times when we're learning a skill, we have this idea of what we're trying to do, and so anything that strays from that is, sometimes, we feel frustrated by it, we sort of assume it's some sort of failure, but we don't really understand what the path is to success until we've achieved it. And so a lot of times it's all those diversions and side roads you take on your way to your end result that that's what the path to success looks like. And in doing that, walking that path, you sort of discover all sorts of new avenues, all sorts of alleyways of play. And if you're open to it, all of those diversions and variations are really just, they're opportunities as opposed to distractions.
And we sometimes miss them
Yeah.
along the way.
Yeah.
So we want you to try this new, these two new tricks that we've just shared with you today, but also as you are playing around with them, stay open to new possibilities and share new tricks with us. These flop balls are, what do you call them? Open play platforms?
Yeah. OPP, Open Play Platform.
So we want you to discover new tricks and share them with us. Share them in comments or share videos and tag us, tag Flopball, tag Flow Circus, and share with us your new discoveries and your new tricks. Name them if you want, and we'll share them out as well. So flop on and discover new tricks.